All right, guys, remember today we are meeting at 11:35, so you're going to have time to do your warm-up, your vocabulary, and review that poem, Translating Grandfather's House, so that when we get all together, we can knock out that structure comparison. So what I want you to do is think about the two words for your warm-up, lyric and narrative, and in your OneNote binder, you are going to write down for your warm-up, what you think of when you hear those two words. So again, lyric and narrative. And if you just want to put a number 1 and then jot down any words that you think of for lyric, and then number 2, any words that you think of for narrative, that would be awesome. So go ahead and pause that video here and get your warm-up done. All right, so now that we have the warm-up finished, our root is sis. You guys saw that in our video from Monday. You filled out your Frayer model. You know that it means to stand. Now, it doesn't mean to stand on your 2 feet. It means more along the lines of standing your ground. So we are going to watch a video on persistence today, and then we have a question that I just want you to think about. You actually don't even have to write anything down. So here it is.
All of us suck in the beginning. All of us. But what you have to realize if you want to be a true champion in whatever it is you decide to do is this. You're going to suck in the beginning, and guess what's going to happen? You're going to make adjustments. You're going to have little failures. You're going to have big failures. You're going to have people tell you you can't. You're going to have people hate on you. You're going to have people do everything negative that can possibly be done to you. But guess what? You are going to learn from every single one of those instances, and they are going to make you better, which means the actions you take after those points are going to produce better results.
Everybody's fascinated by luck or the big idea. It doesn't exist. You don't know a single person that's made it big unless they work their face off.
So you can either choose to commit to that process, or you could choose to point your finger and say, that guy's lucky.
You gotta embrace the trials. You gotta embrace the tribulation. It ain't no shame in getting tired. It's no shame in feeling burnt out. But the trick is, say to yourself, I gotta rethink it and get this thought out of my mind, because the shame isn't quitting. Whatever you do, don't let that thought become a reality.
You have gone too far. You've invested too much time. You've given too much to quit now. You put too much time into it, too much effort. You cried too many tears, right? You're about to get certain things just because of the effort you put in, the time you put in. You're about to get a reward. There's some stuff you're about to get, but you're not going to be able to get it until you wrestle. You can't just quit and give up on it because it's not coming in the time frame you thought it was going to come. You just can't quit and give up because it don't look like you thought it should look. Things ain't going the way you thought they should go. No! You're going to have to learn to wrestle with it. You're going to have to learn to fight with it. You're going to have to put in a little bit more sweat, a little bit more blood, a little bit more tears. But you got to fight with that thing and tell that thing, you will quit before I quit. You'll give up before I give up. But I'm not going to let you go until I get my blessing.
All right, so I want you guys to think about how the video connects to our root cyst and its meaning of taking a stand. Think about the lyrics, rewind this video, rewatch the video itself, and really try to make a connection, and we're going to talk about it today. So I'm going to have you pause right here and, gather your thoughts so that you have something to come to the discussion with. All right, so what I'm going to have you do is go into Schoology. Remember, we're meeting at 11:35. We're going to go in small group learning. You're going to click on your group folder. and you're going to click on that poetry comparison. So today what we're doing is comparing and contrasting the structures of Hanging Fire and Translating Grandfather's House. We're analyzing how those different structures contribute to the meaning and the style of the poems. So by the end of today, we're going to identify the elements of lyric and narrative poems in Hanging Fire and Translating Grandfather's House. So we'll tie that back into the warm-up that we just did. And then we're also going to analyze how those elements then contribute to the tone and the theme of the poems. So what I want you to do is open up the structure and comparison assignment. Remember, you'll have my document, and I want you to read over what we're doing so that you have an idea of what we're going to do all together. And then I also want you to go back to your poems. They are in your OneNote binder. And I should have opened this before, guys. I'm sorry. I want you to go back to your poems, and I want you to reread them, reread your annotations, go back over your Think Rich activities so that you have something to bring to the conversation. So I'm going to show you real quickly where those are located, even though you should know because on Monday you were working on your Translating Grandfather's House, Think Rich. So you were in these two texts, but remember, it is in your reading section. So when you go in and you see your name, you're probably in your warm-ups right now, but you'll go to reading, you'll click on, Hanging Fire and Translating Grandfather's House. Just reread the poems themselves. And then, like I said, reread that paper, that document here, and we will work on it all together when we meet at 11:35. I will see you then.